Hello GovCon winners and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all around cold call scripts for the federal government. Before I share these scripts, I want to take a step back, y'all, to talk about who you really need to target and why. Often people will say you need to reach out to PTAC contracting. I'm not saying not to do these things, but I want you to keep something in mind. Often there's a government employee or employees who have a requirement or there's something that they've purchased in the past and they're saying, hey, contracting, we want you to help us execute this. We need more risk guards. We need them now. We know you're going to figure it out. So contracting is doing a lot of executing. Yes, some market research and all kinds of other things, but they're executing, right? So while it's great to have a relationship with contracting, especially depending on the different agency, you really want to have a relationship with the buyer and/or the small business department, because the small business person is advocating for you. For me, all of us government contractors who have a small business, they're advocating for us. So in terms of contracting, they're executing. If contracting is instructed, hey, we need a small business, they're going to find it. Hey, we need an Alaskan Native, they're going to find it, right? They have kind of this bounty hunter kind of mentality. So the scripts that I'm going to share with you, these are definitely perfect for small business rep, or if you're able to connect with the end buyer, that's awesome. I know at one point in time, NASA actually published the program manager affiliated with their work on their forecast, which would provide an awesome opportunity for you, because when you're speaking with a program manager, you're going to want to be able to show your expertise, right? You want to shine. In comparison to a small business rep, you want to show them that they can trust you, that they like you, and they're not going to lose their job over recommending you. So let's jump into it. I'm going to share my screen so you know where to find these people. One of my favorite free websites for locating different small business offices is ACQUISITION.GOV. There are a variety of other lists out there, but the small business office, they change throughout the different agencies. So in order to get the most recent information, you click, bam, USAID, we have Miss Kimberly Ball. She's the director. And when you click on their information, it brings you back to the page. And if you dig deep enough, you're going to be able to see their forecast, outreach opportunities, and I'm pretty sure their contact information is somewhere here. Let's see what happens when you click her name. Okay, I promise it's somewhere here. If it's not here, let me know, y'all, because I definitely, you never know, I could be wrong. Oh, wait a minute, you may contact our staff. Bam, look at that. Ooh, your buddy came through. So their information is right there. So this is an awesome resource. Yes, there are several here. Yes, it's going to take time. If you don't have time to do this, you can outsource it. There are people out there who you could pay $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 an hour to do something like this for you. The other thing that's really cool about the Acquisition.gov website is that they provide this PDF of agency industry liaisons directory, y'all. Whew, that was a tongue tie. 10Ks for me. Oh my goodness. Okay, their contact information's here. So what's awesome is you not only have their contact information, but you also have their title. So you could look them up on LinkedIn. So you could LinkedIn them, email them, and call them. This is terrific. If you already have an agency in mind and you're like, well, they're not on here, I don't see them on here, then go to the website of that agency so you can find out more information. Usually at the big level, you will find a small business office. For smaller installations, they may not have a small business office, but it's really good to just go out there and look for it. It's well worth it. Before I share my scripts here, numerous times, my flagship company, K Parks Consulting, received no bid government contracts because of a phone call I had, an email I exchanged with a small business rep. They're extremely powerful. The other benefit is they're going to provide you information. They're going to tell you how it is for the most part. Typically, you're going to get one of two type of small business people. There are those that are very, hey, you go to our website, you click this link, you see our forecast, you download this PDF, you need to know all about us. Have you heard of us? You need to know. And you're like, oh my God, wow, okay. And they're going to be very formal. And by their tone, you can tell that this is the same kind of speech that they give all the time. And that's fine. That's fine. Then you have those that are going to tell you the tea. They're going to share with you. I had one woman say to me once with the Navy, this is a good old boys club. You know, if you want to try, by all means, I'm just letting you know. Okay. Decided not to go that route. Someone else said, why should I take a chance on you? I've taken a chance on several other 8As. They let me down. What makes you any different? I've heard it all. I've even had some that were extremely inappropriate and probably wanted to have a relationship with me, which I didn't. And I don't work like that. I don't operate like that. I'm just sharing with you. You get the business, you get those that are not as business. They're going to tell you like it is and be open. So out the gate, I'm going to provide here 3 kind of quick examples. Take this, mix it up, remix it. But these are things that you can, these are cold call scripts for the phone as well as the email. If you get someone to pick up the phone, you have a short amount of time. So here is the first example I'm going to share with you. Often it's best if you have a specific opportunity to call them about, and you're also going to want to send an email version of this. And please feel free to adjust this. I'm a little more bubbly and short and kind of direct when it comes to talking on the phone. There are others that are more wordy. And sometimes you have to base what you're going to say on the tone of the small business rep. So I'm going to skip to number 2. Typically when they answer the phone, hi, this is Bob. I'm with the Small Business Office of the Navy. Hi, Bob. My name is Kizzy, and I'm the president of K Parks Consulting. Hi, Kizzy. How can I help you? Well, we have over 10 years of experience in training and development industry. Okay. And if he has that tone of like, how can I help you? Then I'm going to jump from there to, hey, I would really be delighted to schedule a capability brief between you and myself, or with you and my business partner. Is that possible? We're in the training and development space. We've been doing this for over 10 years. We've worked with customers like the USDA. And he may say, oh, okay, cool, let's do it. Bam. It's based on his tone. If you get that kind of feeling, oh, he's straight to the point, go straight to the point. If it's someone that's like, oh, how are you? I'm doing well, Mary. How are you? I'm just doing peachy. Tell me, how can I help you? Well, Mary, I'm so glad to talk to you today. Now you can go into the longer script. Because of her tone, maybe the way maybe by the time you've already said a few things, she's already told you about her day. You can tell she's a talker. So it's okay for you to talk a lot with her, to go over this and say, hey, I would love to schedule a time to have a capability brief. I know you're probably really busy. That's the objective of these cold calls. And that's very important, is you want to schedule a capability brief between yourself or someone from your firm and someone from the agency. Super, super, super duper important. Now, chances are you're never going to get someone directly on the phone. Probably never, because they're busy. And many people are working from home, and the numbers that are listed on these various websites will go to their office and may not forward, and may forward, who knows. So then you also want to use this particular script or one of the others in an email. You want to always do both. You're going to call, you're going to email. If no one answers, you leave a message. I completely understand that in this time, we don't really leave messages, but please leave a message, because you at least have evidence that you called. Numerous times, people called back my BD guy, David, and would say, hey, you know, David, you had called me. Or they would respond to his email saying, oh yeah, I saw you, I had a missed call and I listened to your voicemail message. Do it, because many people are thinking, they didn't answer, moving on, moving on. They're going to want to hear their voicemails, because also take in consideration, more than often, they're well over the age of 40. So they're from a demographic who listens to phone messages. Their boss may leave them a voicemail message. These are very important things to do. And follow up with the email. You're also going to want to call and email them at least 1 to 4 times a month, minimum, because they need to know more about you. And in your email, you want to attach your 1-page capability brief. Give a detailed one and attach it to. If you have CPARs, attach it. If you won some type of certificate or award or something, attach it, because then you're standing out. You're creating your own ocean, because most people, they're not going to make it past here. They're going to say, I don't have time to contact these people. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I've won lots of contracts because of a relationship with a small business rep. One in particular was 2 of them through the USDA rural development was for over $1 million because of a relationship with a small business rep that I located on a list like this. This works. I promise you. I promise you. If cold calling didn't work, we wouldn't be doing it. Okay. Y'all wouldn't have searched it either. Now, the other reason to call is if it's about a specific opportunity. So let's take a step back. Perhaps you found an opportunity on a forecast. It's in sources sought, request for information stage or stages. So you want more information. This is a great script to use for a phone call as well as an email. It's right here, all laid out. You're going to get access to all of these. This is great to do. And you're going to contact them via email. You're going to call them and continuously send this. Sometimes they'll reach back and say, oh yeah, this opportunity is now on SAM.GOV. Here's a link. Sometimes they may write back and say, oh, you know, this has been canceled. Sometimes you don't get anything. Sometimes not only do they write back, but they may even send you a copy of the solicitation or keep you in mind for future solicitations. You never know. If you don't ask, if you don't reach out, you're not going to know. It's like the lotto. If you don't play, you can never win. Same thing exists. And then here's a third option for specific opportunity. This is an actual email that my BD guy, David, sent on behalf of my flagship company. He included the contract number, he included the name, because sometimes they're not really familiar. They're like, data and knowledge management, what is that all about? So that's why it's also important to provide the contract number or the solicitation number. As far as solicitation number, I'm referring to sources sought, RFI, because those are the stages when you can really start to ask different questions. It's key because your job is to make their life easier. They have other things that they need to do. The last thing that is on their mind is helping another small business win millions of dollars from the federal government. It isn't there because they have other things to do too. They can't do both. So make it easy. Very, very useful. And again, with all of these, you're going to email 1 to 4 times a month, call 1 to 4 times a month. You're also going to want to look these individuals up on LinkedIn. You're going to want to connect with them. Feel free to, download a copy of this. The link will be shared, revise, revamp. Let me know how it works out for you. These are scripts that you can also tailor for reaching out to possible teaming partners, for when going to outreach events, all different things of that nature. What's very important is you need to tailor it so it works for you. That's what's important, that you're comfortable with it. You're comfortable saying the things. You are super confident, because a person who is successful with cold calling and cold emails is a person who has such a high amount of confidence and belief in what they are offering. That's vital. So if you need to practice in front of a mirror. I used to have a mirror on the other side, on like one side of my desk. So when I was on a call, I could see my face, because I know sometimes I make some weird facial expressions. And so I had that there so I could watch how I came across. I also would work on my tone, because sometimes I'm like, what? And people are like, oh my God. Ooh. And other people are like, ooh, this is nice. So I watch that too. So these are all other things to be mindful of, because you're dealing with people. And y'all got this, because you're a GovCon winner. To subscribe, hit that notification bell, check out the download. Let me know what you think. I can't wait. What I can't wait for? All the amazingness that you're doing, and even more of it. Can't wait. So thank you. Thank you so much. And don't forget, everything is possible. Take care.